Hello everyone, my name is Lucifer and welcome to my channel. Today, like the name of the video says, I want to speak about Silas. Silas is a legendary marksman and probably my favorite hero in the game. I normally have a joke saying that if you have trouble in any place, you drop Silas, you drop Dolores, you click all ultimates, repeat if you need it again. So that is how powerful I feel that Silas is. And today I will explain a little bit why he is so powerful. So Silas, like I said, is a legendary marksman. It was not one of my first heroes in the game. I had Vierna first. In the beginning of the game we had a 10 times Vierna, 10 times Silas. I got Vierna, I didn't got Silas, and during my progression I got a few Silas. So you can see my Silas is Awakened 5, and I will explain what is that in a little bit. So why he's so good? Because in this game, first we need to understand how the attack and the defense works. So for you to do damage, you have to have more defense than the enemy, and only if you have more defense than the enemy, it will count the critical rate and then the critical damage. So that means that if you don't have enough attack, you are not basically doing damage. So if you have a high attack, you will overcome the defense of the enemy, and over that number you will put your critical rate, and that means your critical damage, because you will have critical hits. So why this is so important? Because if we came to the skills of Silas, it says clearly that, and we can see here, after attacking the same target for 5 seconds, inflict Eye of Curse. That's the really important part is here. Every time he do a soul sniping, deals 140% damage, that ignores 50% of the enemy's defense. And that is his specialty, because he's ignoring 50% of the defense of the enemy. So you can build him with less attack, because whenever he uses his ultimate, every single hit is a soul sniping. So every single hit, he will ignore 50% of the defense of the enemy. So if you pair him with the Dolores, for example, you can have a lower attack on him with high critical damage, and what will happen is that he will do insane damage, because 50% of the enemy's defense is out of the window. So now we can go and see his awakens, because this hero, it's not only one of the best single target damage dealers in the game, he brings something to the team. So first of all, what happened is his Awakened 1 increased attack speed by 100 when Shadow Cloak is in effect. That means what happened is that you are using his ultimate. That means you want as many shots he can do during his ultimate, because it's when he's doing his higher damage. So he having more attack speed means more shots, means more damage. So it's great. Awaken 2 attack 300% is nothing special. For me, the best part of having him Awaken 2 is that you only need one more for the Awaken 3. And the Awaken 3 make him special. Where there are more than 2 marksmen on the field, increase damage of the hero and one random ally marksman by 15%. And a lot of people have some doubts about this skill or about this Awaken. I already tested. You only need to have Silas plus 1, so 2 or more. So it doesn't need to have 3, okay? It's 2 or more. So for example, if you are using him with an X, what will happen is that he's increasing his damage in 15%, and he's increasing X damage in 15%. That means he is increasing the damage of the team, what is very, very good. Awaken 4 is just amazing for his kit, because what will happen is that if he has more rage, that means he will get to his ultimate quicker. That means his ultimate is where he's bringing his damage. That means everything rotates more quickly. It's amazing. It works perfect with him. And now Awaken 5. Increase the physical damage to the target by 15%. And again, that means he's increasing the damage of the whole team if the other members are doing physical damage, not magical damage, physical damage. So what happened is that he again is awakened that he's improving his damage, but he's improving the rest of the team damage depending on the champions that you are using at the moment. Because every single attack of him works as an increase of his basic attack. One of the best sets for him is Infernal Roar. That means that what will happen is that every basic attack damage 40% more. What is great because he's constantly doing his attacks. I have him with Annihilation Might. Today I have difficulty to speak for what it seems. That increased the critical damage by 35%. And I have him with the Infernal Roar, that basic attack have 40% more damage. If we can see here, we have him with around 14k attack, so it's not a high attack. His interval, the perfect it will be around 1 second. 1.1 is not amazing, but it works very well for me. Critical damage around 330. I should try to get to 400%, I know that, but at the moment my Infernal Roar sets cannot get that amount of damage. So until now it's working very, very well. I'm using him with the Spirit Siphon that increased the damage dealt on the same target by 10% if you hit the same target consecutively, and it can stack for 3 times. That means that what will happen is that it will increase his damage by 30%. So everything in his kit works very well. He's a very strong single target. I will show you my guild boss team, for example, and he's probably my best damage dealer, him and Zilito. But he has another thing. If you come here to the skills, you have a bond skill. And that means that if you have Vierna in the same team, what will happen is that every time he does a soul sniping, he will do 100% more damage. If you see here how the animation happens, what happens is that literally, if you have Vierna in your rooster, if you ever got Vierna before, the Silas will do exactly the double of the damage during his soul sniping. What means that Vierna make him a lot better. He will do literally the double of the damage, what is impressive. So, to show you a little bit, what happened is that I use him in my guild boss run. So, if we come here, here we can see Silas today, and because it's a little bit RNG, not every day is the same, but Silas did 122 million damage today in the guild boss. So you can see that he's a very powerful single target DPS. but I use him basically everywhere. I use him in my guild boss, I use him in gear raid 1, I use him in gear raid 2, I use him in gear raid 3, I use him in my artifact material raid. So everywhere, normally when I start to build a team, I will always think, okay, I will take Silas and then I construct the team around him. That is how good he is and how much he brings to the team just to be there. I will show you my Gear Raid 2 run, just for you to understand that he's a single target, but he's a very strong single target, so much that you can use him in Gear Raid 2 to kill all the mobs. So basically, I use him here in the first part with Laurel, and you can see that, okay, this is with Power of Dominance, but basically with the soul sniping, he's destroying everything that appears in the battlefield, and you can understand really what I'm saying when I'm saying that is all about his ultimate. His damage is all there. The rest of the time, he's not doing that much damage. So he pops his ultimate and he basically destroys everything. Okay, you can see it's almost time. He popped the ultimate now and he basically destroys every single mob without any problem. Okay. The boss melted like if it was butter on the sun. So no problem at all. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Today I wanted to speak about Silas because for me, he's really one of my favorite heroes on the game. I hope if you don't have it, you pull it very quickly and have fun.